You're about to witness one of the fastest sports in the world, with a ball traveling at speeds close to 200 miles per hour.
Execution. Determination.
Sacrifice.
Fearless.
Discipline.
Passion. You have to be a little crazy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 34th Annual Shamrock Shootout presented by KWM Gutterman, Mr. Keith Miner. We're here on final Sunday. Kane Waselenchuk, the #1 seed, the #1 player on the IRT, versus #2, Rocky Carson. I'm sitting courtside with my partner, Fabio Soto. Fabio, how are you feeling today?
Very well and very ready for this amazing final that we've been waiting for since yesterday. These players are pumped up. They've been warming up for the past 45 minutes. Scott McClellan, the referee official, is on court with them right now to settle the final rules, and we're ready to go.
I'm super ready. You know, real quick, the IRT wants to thank all the players that participate in any one of our events, whether it's a satellite event, any sanctioned event. We want to thank all the millions of fans watching all across countries, all over the place, and all the fans in the building. And if you're lucky enough to make it to one of our events, we want to thank you for that too. Special thanks to the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Center, Mr. Dan Jasker and his entire staff here, Jeff Peters, the tournament director, Cheryl Kirk, Doug Halverson. Just a great city. They've embraced us since we've been here. I'm ready to go. Are you?
We're ready to go. This venue has been very great to us, great to the people. The people have been very awesome. We have a great crowd right now waiting just for this match since yesterday. We had tremendous semifinal matches, and now we're ready to go. The referee is done with the players, and we're ready to begin.
I'm super excited for this matchup right here. What do you think Rocky has to do to take this match from Kane?
Well, I think Rocky had a more soundly semifinals. They both have been playing. Kane played a lot more yesterday. He had a doubles match. He won the doubles final with his partner Bancroft. They beat Daniel De La Rosa and Alvaro Beltran in a tiebreaker, and it seems that it's going well for these guys. But Rocky's pumped up. He has a little bit more rest. I think Fran Davis, his coach, has had a conference with him early this morning. They have a game plan. We'll see how it's executed.
Well, I tell you, the lights are off. We're getting ready to go to our announcements. Let's step aside for a few minutes and listen to MC Andy Kolbach introduce the players here in Chicago.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of the 34th Annual Shamrock Shootout. This is where you guys clap. All right. Before we introduce the players real quick, I want to thank a few people that we could not do this without. I want a huge round of applause for Jeff Peters, Cheryl Kirk, Doug Halverson, Dan Jasker, the Courthouse Swim and Fitness, and their entire staff for a fantastic weekend here for the IRT. With that, let me now introduce the players. Introducing first, he's a #2 ranked player in the world from Ladera Ranch, California, Racquetball's Iron Man, Rocky Carson! his opponent, he's a #1 ranked player in the world, 14-time U.S. Open champion from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, currently residing in Austin, Texas. Make some noise for Kane Waselenchuk! And your referee for this match, Scott McClellan.
Wow, that was good, huh? The crowd's getting psyched. I'm psyched, Fabio. Are you?
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's here with a response for these players, and Kane is almost ready to go on the court. Rocky's already there. Referee's already done, and, you know, everybody is here. We have a lot of fans with a lot of signs, and I think, I don't know, the hashtag Flatty.
No, it's going to be different today. I think it's going to be hashtag just a replay.
Okay.
I was talking to Mr. Todd Boss is watching. So a lot of you are already in the chat box. I need you to do me a favor real quick if you're in the chat box. Not only do I need you to share our feed, I need you to like this post. This post is going to be amazing, so you might want to like it so it shows up on a lot of your friends' stuff right now. Let's get ready for this wonderful finals here Saturday afternoon in Chicago, Illinois. Kane Waselenchuk won the toss.
0-0. We're about to begin in the headpin scoreboard. Kane Waselenchuk going to start to serve. He won the toss. And here we go.
Let's go. 300 people watching and about another 300 here. Kane drive serve. Not a good return for Rocky to start the match off. Right down the line and got himself caught right behind Kane with a setup.
And, you know, Kane very easily puts that ball away in the left corner.
1-0 on the headpen scoreboard, and here we are, Kane Waselenchuk coming out drive serving.
Wow.
That's what the return Rocky needs. Get himself back in the service box. Now it's his turn. I'm interested to see how Rocky's drive serve fares well with Kane right here. He's going to go with the high lob or a 3/4 lob. Not a shot I would have started the match with. I think I would have come out guns blazing. What do you think, Fabio?
Well, yesterday in the post-game interview after he won the semifinal, that's what he said. More offense, more offense, more offense. So let's see if he applies that. We need to see. Kane not aggressive. He's doing a reverse lob. Rocky on the back.
Good pass right there. While this match gets started, listen, the RT wants to thank MLG Holdings LLC for their support of the tour. Mark and Laura Gibbs stepped up in a big way, and they want to encourage you to also. MLG Holdings helped remove the paywall. That's why you're watching this live for free, ladies and gentlemen. It's because of them. Please send them a note, say thanks, and support those who support you. And if you want to be a partner of the IRT as well, you can email me, dean@irt-tour.com. Rocky Carson back in the service box. Skip the serve? A little too aggressive.
A little too
aggressive. Not what we were talking about. We were looking for a little less aggressiveness there. All kidding aside, you know, this is a lot of pressure here. You're playing the #1 player in the world, and, you know, you're in the service box looking to score a point.
And, you know, both of these players had a very different year last year in this same event. You know, none of them reached the final. Andre Parrilla won this event last year versus Bobby Horn. So both of these players have much points to win.
Well, you know, Rocky already is going to increase his point total here. Kane was not at this event, so he didn't lose any points. He's going to also just gain points. So no matter what, 1 and 2 are going to probably stay exactly where they are.
Short serve by Kane Waselenchuk.
Nick Ramos in the box there in Florida. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Nick. I'm sure you're going to be there. Tim Prigo watching in the box. Cool from New York watching in the box. Jordan Walters trying to say hello to everybody here. Please like the feed. Share the post. Nice little touch. Kane's wrists. He flicks the wrist like no one I've ever seen.
He has so much control in the front of the court. It's just amazing. See how he just places his hands. He goes down, bends his knees. He's not that type of player that's standing up, wants to kill the ball. His technique, his mechanics by his coach, Jim Winterton, are just uncanny. That's a hold.
That's going to be avoidable, yeah. Rocky can't complain. It went underneath his legs.
Yeah, I completely agree. Scott McClellan, I think, is right.
A little less conversation, a little more action.
A little more play. So 3 serving 1 now in the headpen scoreboard. Kane Waselenchuk on top in this first game of the final.
Scott, it's interesting that you say that, Scott Jarvis, in the chat box, that they're playing like they didn't warm up. They've both warmed up here on the glass court. They've been here for well over 40 minutes getting their bodies ready. They were on the court hitting. But like any match, a lot of players will feel out their opponent the first few points of the match. They're also getting their in-game mechanics ready. And that's difficult. That's something you can't practice. You can't practice, the in-game mechanics and foot movement and scooting over to get the drive serve and popping stuff to the ceiling. So guys are starting to feel that out. So I'll disagree with you, Scott, right there. My buddy James Trezor back from New York is watching also. Played juniors with Jay. Long time ago. How are you, Jay? So, guys, this is game 1. 3 serving 1 on the headpen scoreboard. Speaking of headpen, they're not only the scoreboard sponsor, they're not just the official ball of the IRT, WOR, USAR, and the LPRT. Headpen is the industry leader in all things racquetball. Check them out today online, www.head.com/racquetball.
We have an appeal.
So what was your call? So the referee called a skip. We got... So there you go. Guys, we're using line judges here today on the glass court. The line judges are below the referee, so they get a better perspective. So from refereeing up top, sometimes skips or two-bounce gets are extremely difficult to see. However, from up top, short serves, you have the advantage.
Yeah, and these both refs either agree or disagree with the central referee, which is Scott McClellan, and the player gets 2 appeals per game, and Rocky had his first appeal. 1 serving 5 in the headpen scoreboard. Rocky Carson now to serve, looking to gain some momentum here and tie the match.
Wow, it looked like a good serve to me. I got a pretty good view from that angle. The crack is right there. Unless it hit the glass first, which is more on the floor. Well, that was a perfect shot.
Point.
Speaking of perfect, the IRT definitely wants to give thanks to Gearbox for being one of our inside industry partners. Check out all the latest and innovative equipment from Gearbox. Gearbox supports not only the sport of racquetball, but many athletes as well. Check them out online today, www.gearboxsports.com.
So 3-5, a serve from Rocky Carson.
That's what I want to see.
See, that's the offense Rocky was talking about yesterday after the interview that we had. Offense, offense, offense. Good serve again by Carson.
Oh, right there. He's right there for that.
Kane looking to get the best of that. Now Kane steps up for the service box. 5 serving 3, only 2-point lead in this first game of this final. Kane taking his time, looking at Rocky Carson. There you go. Side out. Good shot by Rocky Carson. Taking his time very calmly. Not the best offensive shot, but effective. Now he's going to the service box.
Rocky takes a lot of time setting himself up in the beginning, right before he takes his shots and his serves. Oh, he needs that one back. He's gotta connect, and he's gotta execute on that particular shot.
It's an unnecessary mistake, an unforced error by Rocky Carson, unfortunately. Was it lack of concentration? What was it, Dean? What do you think? He was right in front of the court. He was.
He's the number 2 player in the world, and he plays a lot of outdoor, so you can't say his feet weren't set or his knees weren't bent. He makes that shot, 9 out of 10 times. Unfortunately, the one time he's not going to make it, he's playing against number 1.
And not only that, he was on offense.
Yeah.
He was serving.
Well, and that's also a good point because as a player, when I'm offense, so when I'm serving and I'm scoring points, I can be a little more aggressive. On defense, you don't want to skip balls like that because you don't want to give your opponent a free point.
Exactly. So Rocky Carson was on offense there. Now Kane on offense now. 6 serving, 3 in the headpin scoreboard. Kane Waselenchuk. Wow.
That was a flatty right there. That's a flatty.
See?
Definitely. There's one flatty. There's the counter.
Now we have the flatty counter, the flatty signs.
Uno.
One flatty.
Uno flat. How do you say it in Spanish?
La bola salió rodando.
Rola? No, I want to say flatty in Spanish.
¿Eh? Planita.
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 This doesn't sound as good. Sorry.
It doesn't. I agree.
All right, ladies, I have some fans in the stands here holding flatty signs. I'm really pumped up about it. I texted my buddy Wayne Antone. He's the one who created the word. I can't take full credit for it. Oh, another skip right at the edge of his racket right there.
Rocky Carson showing a little bit of frustration there. He's kind of mad at himself.
So, guys, got about 600 of you watching, and only like less than half liked the feed. So please hit that like button for me. Do me that favor. Hit the like button in the feed. I want to see the number going up right now.
Skip again by Carson.
Timeout on the court. We're going to stay right here.
Timeout.
And talk.
So 9 serving 3, Rocky Carson. He talked to the ref. He was requesting that they clean the court a little bit. He seems to be getting a little slippery.
Yeah. So, Rocky Carson's not only going to get like a little timeout, but he's probably going to check in with his coach, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And figure out, it's not a full. He's 9-3 is the score, not so bad. But it's important for Rocky now to keep Kane, south of 10.
Yes.
Once he gets that north of those double-digit numbers, what does Kane usually do? We talked about it last night, right? When he steps on the gas, steps on your throat, and finishes the match.
Listen, Kane, you're right. When he gets to those double digits, Kane is like a shark. He smells blood in the water, and he just gets there and he smells blood in the water and he just goes for it.
Well, let's see how Rocky comes back to this. We'll go back to the action on center court. I like how Kane's back in the court early. He's ready. He's there. Like we said yesterday, Fabio, that's his office. He's at work right now.
That's it. He knows what he's doing. And again, Kane is just trying to dismantle Rocky, trying to figure out how to quickly beat him. And the serve is his greatest weapon, Yeah,
he has so many weapons, Kane Waselenchuk.
I think I've always thought that his service is his greatest weapon because, that ball, he hits it so hard. Rocky now, overhead shot. Kane.
What a way to get that
giving
ball.
a setup. Trying to do a pass, but Kane hitting that ball.
So Kane called it on himself that the ball skipped.
Yeah, Kane skipped that ball.
And that's hard. Again, you got to, not to defend the referee, but it's very hard to see a skip from the top.
Hey, listen, if you're seeing a ball being hit at 160 miles per hour, it is hard at any angle to see. There you go.
Good serve, good second shot, kill shot for Rocky Carson.
I agree with you. Great serve by Carson, to Kane's backhand.
Our buddy Rod Southwood in the box. Also Kelly Diesel in the box. Kelly, how are you, buddy? Rocky Carson drive serve coming up. See, Carson's got to be careful when he does that drive serve to Kane's backhand that it doesn't hit too much of the side wall and give Kane almost a setup where all he has to do is blast the, it's going to come right to him. He's got to keep that up against the glass.
C-serve, Kane's backhand. Oh!
Oh, good little crack right there by Rocky Carson.
Wow.
Did you see what Kane did with that ball behind his back?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Great shot there by Rocky Carson. Sebastian Franco watching. one of our top 8 players on tour. Carson drive serve here.
Short serve.
Short serve.
Carson looking for that same backhand.
So 9 serving 5 on the head pen scoreboard. Big setup for Carson right here. And left it up so much. Good, he's right there.
Wow, okay,
Good
great
ceiling
setup.
ball, but here comes the setup for Kane Waselenchuk.
Oh.
Oh, a little slice right there by Kane. You might see a little, not to throw anything out there because I don't know for sure, but we might see a little fatigue from Kane Waselenchuk this morning because he also had a lot of matches yesterday. He had his semifinals, his quarterfinals and semifinals of singles. He had one, and he had the doubles finals.
He played 3 matches yesterday, so Kane's a little, not that he can't take it.
He's not used to it.
He's
not
used to it.
We talked about that
Yeah.
also, and he got. I don't want to say lucky. He didn't have to play his doubles semifinals yesterday because Alex Landa tweaked his arm, and he didn't play the semifinals. So. Not lucky, but you know what I said.
Yeah,
it was less taxing on the body.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Alex Landa. I talked to him, after that match that he was supposed to have, and he told me, Fabio, you know what? My arm doesn't feel well. It tweaked it a little bit, and we have the Bolivia Grand Slam coming up in less than 2 weeks. So, quite honestly, I just don't want to risk it.
Absolutely. So you see Dan Jasker's in the chat box. Dan Jasker's the president here at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness. They have their own Facebook page also, so please go to them and like them because without their support, we are not here, flat out. So, Dan, thank you so much. Beautiful bullet right there by Rocky Carson. Kane even said, nice shot. So 6 serving 9 on the head pen scoreboard. So a little note to everybody today. If you watched some of our Facebook Live feed this morning, we had a kids clinic here. They had about 15 kids. The IRT participated. Andre Perea, Sam Murray, and Lalo Portilla hosted the clinic. I did a little Facebook Live for it. It was so cute. There was so many young kids on the court trying to win prizes. Every kid got a free T-shirt from the IRT that was donated by Rollout Racquetball. So special thanks out to them for providing them. Each kid got a goodie bag. So Jeff Peters had, shirts from other companies, water bottles from Stars, wristbands, this, that, and the other. I think Head threw some stuff in there. They won all kinds of prizes. It went on for about an hour and 20 minutes. It was such a fun event. I was really glad to wake up early and get here.
I love the fact that these professional players take their time and come over and teach kids how to play racquetball, or at least teach them to improve some skills. And all these companies and sponsors, pitch in and help out and motivate kids to, be the next future superstars.
Absolutely, and Andre Perea was. I have to give a special shout out to him because he just did. That was a flatty right there.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Reverse splat shot. That that was the height of his shoulder. Wow, impressive.
From a lefty.
That's
a tough shot on the backhand. So, my hat has to go off to Andre Perea once again. He's just phenomenal with children. And that goes back to, that hit the crack. That was a very nice shot there by Rocky Carson. But it goes back to his roots back in St. Louis, Port de Sea. And each group, when they graduate to another group of ages and skill level, their job is to give back and do it with the younger kids. So it was really nice. He told me it reminded of him from when he was back in St. Louis, Port de Sea. So it was very nice to see. I really liked it. Good pick up there by Carson, but Kane's going to bury this one right into the corner, reverse pinch.
And,
right
I agree with you. I praise
that was a flatty.
And I praise Andre Perea for his work. And, he still teaches there. His father, Fabian Parrilla, one of the
Love
best.
that guy.
One of the best racquetball instructors in Mexico and in the world. He's Andre Perea's trainer as well as Jessica Parrilla's trainer. Father, daughter,
Love
son.
that girl.
So, Andre works with kids all the time. I'm not surprised. And, say hi to Andre Parrilla.
Yeah, I mean, and not to take anything from Sam Murray. He was here early. These guys had to wake up. They didn't have to play today. They're here at 9 a.m. just for the kids. It was just a really good way that the IRT gives back to the kids in the community. And it's a great thing that Jeff Peters and the staff here at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness do for the children in this area. So it was really good.
10 serving 6 now.
There was even money on the front wall.
There
If
was?
they hit the money, they got it.
Oh,
It was really cool. I wanted a chance to get in there, but they wouldn't let me. I'm as small as the kid.
But was it money or Monopoly money?
No, it was a $50 bill.
There you go.
Good side out there by Carson. So, Kane's not running away with this particular game right
No,
here.
he's
6
not.
serving 10 on the head pen scoreboard. Carson finds himself back into the service box. He needs another one of those really good serves that he had before.
Game has been going on for 20 minutes. So 10 serving 6.
Here's the setup for Carson. Good pickup by Kane Waselenchuk. Right down the line again.
Good reach.
Good
Carson.
reflexes.
Whoa.
That's going to be unavoidable. In the backswing, anytime you're involved in the backswing of your opponent, it's an automatic avoidable. Rocky, he's angry at himself. He can't be angry at the ref for that particular.
No, he cannot. But, Rocky did not intentionally always get in his way. Unfortunately, the ball, how it hit on the corner and to back, wasn't in the way of Kane. But now
10 serving 6 on the head pen scoreboard. Kane Waselenchuk in the service box, drive serve. Short serve. Speaking of Rollout, the official apparel sponsor of the IRT, they offer a complete line of IRT and other lifestyle clothing for racquetball. This weekend only, you can save 10%. That's right, 10%. Use the offer code IRT Chicago at checkout. The official apparel sponsor of the IRT, www.wearrollout.com.
So if you saw that overhead shot from Rocky Carson, he's been performing it when Kane has been giving the serve, and it's been effective for him. Overhead shot, not too strong, not too hard. His angle has been right on the spot, giving Kane trouble to his backhand. And now he got a side out. Rocky in the serve.
Drive serve from Carson. Right over this.
Wow.
Nice little tip there right there by Carson.
Well
Kane
executed.
gives him a little pat on the back and said, hey, that's a good one.
Hey, he.
But I think he also said, hey, that was a good one, but watch this.
Well, you got to recognize greatness.
You
And
do.
Rocky
come on.
Rocky did that 3-wall. And
Kane has an unbelievable record against Rocky Carson, so take nothing away from him. However, Kane does give him props. He's Rocky's a fierce competitor.
there you
right
go.
There. Was it a flatty? I couldn't see it.
It wasn't a flatty, however.
I have a flatty signs going up. That means it was.
But Carson within 2 now. 8 serving 10 in the head pen scoreboard. That serve has been very effective. That down the line to Kane's backhand. There you go again.
And a
Skip shot. There you go. Effective again.
9 serving 10.
9 serving 10. Effective again. Not the strongest, but very well placed. The height of the ball, the speed of the ball is just about right. Maybe that's part of the game plan that Coach Fran Davis talked to Rocky Carson about.
Crack serve right
There
there
you
by
go.
Carson.
There you go.
Knotted up
Again.
at 10 here at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness
Here you
Center,
go.
Chicago, Illinois. This is a game to 5 right now.
Wow. Well, listen, they're 10-10 in the first game. 25-minute match now.
Drive serve from Carson.
That was a little too hard. Replay.
Hashtag just a replay. Not a good shot. Rocky, it was not going to make a good shot, but he had an opportunity to whack the ball to the back wall,
Yeah.
and it definitely would have made the front
Exactly.
wall.
I agree with
It's
Scott
a great
McClellan.
call right there.
Exactly. Great call by Scott
Hashtag
McClellan.
just a replay. Short serve.
See, Rocky favoring
His
that
second
serve.
serve has not been as effective right here.
It hasn't. But Rocky favoring that serve. And it's been very productive. 10-10. C serve.
Set up off the back wall.
There you go. Another set for Kane. Wow.
I knew exactly where that
Exactly.
flat one was
I
going.
knew exactly where Kane
As
was
soon
going
as
to put
his
that ball.
hands were there, I knew where that ball was going.
Impossible for Rocky to reach. But 10-10 still.
10 serving 10 on the head pen scoreboard. A little more heat from Kane Waselenchuk.
Wow. I thought Rocky was going to reach that one.
Great serve right there. And you can say what you want. It was a really good return. The fact that he was able to get his racket on.
Yes.
Drive serve from Kane up by 1, 11 serves 10. This is going to be trouble. Set up off the back wall. Flatty by Kane Waselenchuk.
It was a flatty.
Yeah. So anytime he splats the ball like that, and it's not rolling, it's just gonna. It barely comes out of the corner. 12 serving 10 on the headpen scoreboard here in Chicago, Illinois. Short serve. This is very good for Rocky Carson right now. You know what? It might shift a little pressure into Kane to serve better and to shoot a little bit lower, and hopefully that will result in obviously skips. That's what Rocky's hoping for.
That's the overhead we were talking about. Whoa, here we go.
Okay, so both players are holding up. Now let's a little less conversation,
A little
and
more
let's
action.
just get going.
I agree with Scott McClellan calling that replay.
Yeah, well, the ball was up. Kane wanted a block prior to that and didn't get it. There's the Elvis song. A little less conversation, a little more action.
Hashtag more action.
Love action. So, you know, and okay, so the question is why isn't that an avoidable, you know, valid question.
It's a valid question, but Kane was holding up since before that play.
But Scott was not calling that. The referee was
true.
not calling that other holdup. So and both players know, you know, they're not angry at each other, you know, which is a good sign. I like to get angry at my opponent.
Because you just basically set up a way, and then you give them a reward for it. That's what you do. You reward somebody for that. Thank you.
So 12 serving 10 on the headpen scoreboard. Kane Waselenchuk stays
Why
in
do
the
I feel
service
like
spot.
an ace is coming? Why do I feel that? Why do I feel it? Every time this sort of a confrontation happens, Kane makes a statement. I bet you it's an ace.
I honestly can't disagree with you.
Skip.
Ball.
Point for Kane.
You know, but because Rocky was drawing, you know, that was an easy shot for Rocky Carson, and he should have made that shot. And I don't know if arguing with the ref prior to that affects that shot. I don't know. I'm not Rocky Carson.
You got to let it go. You got to let it go and concentrate. You said it yesterday yourself. Point after point. He needs a side out.
So he called a short serve, and it's 2 ups like that. So that's 1 appeal. Not a bad. I mean, the ball kind of bounced funny.
13-10.
Well, he has to call second serve. So, not the score. He already called the score. It was a short serve. I guess the players kind of got a little ahead of themselves with the appeal in the first serve there.
Okay, now Rocky
ball
going for
skipped
that
right
overhead.
there. Good aggressive return by Rocky Carson, putting a little pressure on the king.
You see his court position, you know, his body language was he was going to do that overhead shot, but straight down to the line, but he did it cross court.
And into the corner. So
And
it had a
that-
spin on it.
It did. That what Kane forced skip. Now short serve.
But his second serve now has been a little bit better. That 3/4 Z, you know, Kane has been hitting it pretty hard, but he's getting the setup after it off the back wall. But not that time.
No.
It was a slice on that and right into the corner. Front wall, side wall, kind of a rollout off the side wall. A lot of guys in the chat box right now. Who's in the chat box? Who is sharing our feed? Who is liking our feed? Please let me know. I appreciate it there. Second serve. You know, someone in the box here, George, is saying, you know, Rocky has to get to 11. You're absolutely right. He can't think of where Kane is. He just has to think of scoring 1 point for himself. Not a good return right there by Rocky Carson. That ball came out into the side. First game point opportunity here for Kane Waselenchuk. Kane drive serve. That's a big skip right there.
No.
Game 1 in the books, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a short break right here from Chicago, Illinois on the IRT Network.
Better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sutzi Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis, all at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
Let me know. Welcome back, everyone. Game 2 now of this final IRT Professional Men's Championship. Kane Waselenchuk takes Game 1. 15-10 versus Rocky Carson. Our towel crew just exiting the court. And amazing. Dean.
Yeah.
Our towel crew just exited. These kids are amazing. They've been working very hard since Friday.
Yeah, no towel timeouts yet. So we got to give a big shout out to our buddy Rod Southwood, who was here this weekend. I know his wife Tara's watching at home. Oh, Tanya, I'm sorry. That was a really good first game. So I'm a little winded. I ran to the other side of the club to throw a couple of hats signed by Rocky Carson into the crowd. Good return right there by Carson.
Wow.
But that was a flatty for Game 2.
That was a flatty.
What a way to start Game 2 with the flatty. We got to send a big shout out to some of our sponsors, guys. Please like and share our post. We're always thanking our sponsors. We got a few other ones out there. One is Racquetball Warehouse. Please support those who support us. You know, they got all the innovative gear, industry retail leader here on the IRT. www.racquetballwarehouse.com. Hashtag just a replay. You know, I liked the no call on that. I did. I liked no call on that.
Well,
you know what? It's because almost like he decided to take a ceiling ball, and if it wasn't a good ceiling ball, well then, too bad.
seems like they're getting a chuckle out of it. Short serve, Kane Waselenchuk.
So a lot of you guys in the chat box, you know, I want to hear your thoughts so far on this game. I want to see you hit the like button. So let's go. Let's hear you in the box here. What do you want? What do you want to see for Game 2? How many in the box would love to see a tiebreaker?
I think everybody, and especially you, Dean, you always want to go 11-10. Always, in every match. Rocky Carson to serve now. He's in the service box. Going for short serve. It was a good
so
serve.
Close.
That was a good serve.
Rocky shook his head because he knew. So 15-10, very good showing by Rocky Carson coming out of the gate right there.
It was. I mean, it was 10-10.
Nice little slice there by Carson. So someone in the chat box said we're going to see Carson get a donut in game 2. That is incorrect right there. Rocky Carson leading game 2, 1-0.
Carson to the serve again. Insisting on that.
What a good pickup right there by Carson. Not that one, though. That was a kill shot. Kane held his hand up. He thought Rocky got it on 2. I thought it was a great pickup.
I agree. 0-1 now. Kane trying to get on the board here.
Zero serving 1. Good pickup, but here comes a plum by Kane Waselenchuk and a flat E. Right into the corner.
What is that, flat E number 3?
He had the first return in the first serve of the game was a flat E. He came out with a flat E. So if anything, it's 2. If it's not 3, it's 2. So no donut right there, unless Kane gets one. Nope, it's 1-1. Good pass right there by Rocky Carson. This is going to be a nice little setup by Carson. And a reverse, a backhand reverse pinch, ladies and gentlemen. That was very difficult. The crowd likes it. I like it.
What was that from?
Did you like it at home?
What was that, from 38 feet on the back?
No, you know what? It came off the back wall a little bit up. It might have been about 36 feet from the front wall, but it was a fantastic shot by Carson. Look at that little, it's not even a flick of the wrist. He almost like punches the ball.
And you know what?
And with force.
And you know what? With Kane is not looking to be completely offensive on that. He's just placing the ball because he knows that Rocky's body momentum is shifting, and he just wants to get it out of the way.
Yeah, so Brian in the chat box saying Kane's body language is different this game. Different how? I'm interested to hear some of you fans out there. I'm interested to hear your point of views of what you're seeing at home. I mean, we're here courtside, so we see a lot of stuff, but I want to see the perception you guys got at home.
Carson shooting all the way from the back.
Nice. Kane's got a nice little chuckle right there.
1-1. Tied match. Headpen scoreboard.
So
Carson.
Come on, Brian. I'm waiting for your answer.
Carson out to serve. Let's see if he favors that. No.
Screen. Yeah, but you see, here's the players' view on the screen serve. They get angry because, like exactly what Kane just said, you're taking a setup away from me. But at first, it's an illegal serve. It's not legal. So if it's a short and you got a setup, should we let you play it because it's a setup? No, it's a screen first before it's a setup.
Exactly,
and I like that call.
I agree with Scott McClellan. But see, now Rocky has been doing that shot a couple times now. It hasn't worked. He's in front of Kane, and he's doing what you're supposed to do textbook. I mean, if the opponent's in the front, in the back, you're in the front. You try to look, kill it, try to look and go in the lower corners. But Kane is just too ready. He's ready. He's just sprinting towards that ball. You got that side out. Now he's serving.
Rocky's keeping this game, he's not allowing Kane to score easy points earlier in here. So a nice little side out right there. One serving one on the headpen scoreboard. Rocky Carson down to drive.
See, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Rocky was in front. His shot selection is accurate, but that ball, he just doesn't put it down. And Kane was right there waiting for him, sprinting to that ball, and now Kane got the side out.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Fabio. So for those of you in the chat box, this is the first game. This is the second game. Kane did win the first game 15-10. We are knotted up here at 1.
Second served for Kane.
So, again, Kane, two extra matches this weekend, having to play, actually 3 extra matches, having to play in doubles as well. Great kill shot there. That's what you're talking about. That's what you want to see.
Exactly. Wow.
You know, nice low, bend your legs, nice roll out there. Nice kill shot by Rocky Carson.
Some of it is technique, some of it's mechanics, and Rocky's being trained by one of the best coaches in the world, Fran Davis.
Okay, so Brian in the chat box said Kane is not moving his feet like he normally does. Okay, I did not see. I'm not seeing that from my vantage point, but thank you for the heads up and the clarification. I'm trying to get you guys at home, trying to engage you guys in the game, and I'm loving it. So thanks for responding. Drive serve from Kane. What a diving get right there by Kane Waselenchuk. Towel timeout sponsored by Service Master Restore. We got our towel timeout, boys, out there today. There's a few girls out there today. They're wearing their IRT rollout shirts right there on court. You can check them out. Those are the shirts the IRT gave away in conjunction with Rollout Racquetball. Remember, wear rollout.com. Support those who support us. Kane Waselenchuk in the driver's seat here. 2 serving 1. Rocky Carson gets a racket on it. Flatty.
Wasn't that just evident?
Yeah. He owns that corner today. Owns it. I mean, he's just burying the ball into that corner. Listen, if you want to give Kane Waselenchuk a setup at the service line, what do you think's going to happen?
Flatty.
Exactly. He's just going to bury it. That was a bullet. But It was a screen serve. I don't know if it was a short. I mean, I don't think it was short.
Scott McClellan called it short.
He's got a really good vantage point from up top to see a short serve. But that ball is coming about 250 miles an hour.
Well, Kane didn't like it, but, just eat it. There you go, C-serve. Kind of unusual.
Kane going to the ceiling. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot.
We got an appeal. He called it good. Called the shot good. We got 2 downs.
So Rocky Carson didn't like that call.
Well, he liked Scott's call.
Yeah, but not the assistant referees.
Well, they got a better line on it for the skip. But Rocky's thought process is that it hit the. Nice play right there by Rocky Carson. But Rocky's thinking it hit sidewall, front wall, not a skip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but Rocky just getting love from the crowd. The crowd is on Rocky's side here.
Really good to come back from that appeal losing. A lot of times players could just put their head down and lose the next few points.
Effective serve again, but not enough for Rocky to hold.
He's changing the, I liked it when he was hitting the crack on that serve, and I know that that's extremely hard to do. And that ball came flying off the back wall. With the cement front wall, drive serves are difficult. As Kane rips one there, too.
Skip ball
by Kane Waselenchuk.
I think Carson needs to step it up.
So 725 people watching at home, and about less than 400 of you hit the like button. So do me a favor, if you're in the box here, hit the like button. Please, like the feed, share the post.
Point by Carson. What an amazing point. Running on his feet, practically jumping. Wow. Now 2 serving 4. And the headpan scoreboard with Carson again in the box. Serve and drive.
Short serving. You might see Kane appeal it because he rolled it out. However, if Kane appeals it, it will only just be a second serve because it was Scott ends the rally by calling it short.
So it's not worth it.
Kane would not appeal that.
No, it's not worth it. Carson again. Now doing a C.
Nice little play there by Carson. Buries that into the corner for Rocky Carson. 3rd point of this match.
See, now more effective. He's using that same corner he's been using before that I told you. Kane is behind him, but now instead of just going low and hitting short, he went a little harder. more
Three
effective.
serving 4 on the headpen scoreboard here in Chicago, Illinois. Packed house here. Short serve.
Oof.
A lot of guys watching online. Good shot right there by Carson. Great serve and a return right here. Kane's going to set this up at the service line. Rocky barely got his racket on that.
Now Kane to the box. 4 serving 3. The headpen scoreboard. None of these players have been using that many lob serves in this match, but Kane is now using it to his forehand. Oh, what a shot. Straight down the line, but from overhead. Effective, not very offensive. Now 5 serving 3. Kane Waselenchuk to the box. Now a lob to Rocky's backhand. Going on offense.
What a nice little touch into the corner by Kane Waselenchuk.
You know, Kane realizing that Rocky's a little bit further. Hits the corner. Rocky was running. He's just a couple of steps behind it. Now 6 serving 3.
6 serving 3 on the headpen scoreboard. Kane going with the high lob. Great pass shot right there by Kane Waselenchuk.
7 serving 3. Go.
Good get right there by Carson. Way to go. I like to see Kane keep playing that rally instead of just bumping into Carson and stopping.
Now 8 serving 3. Kane to the box. You got to figure, Dean, 8-3. Now he has a 5-point lead. At what point do you think Carson takes a timeout? Stop this momentum, because he's been on a run. Kane's been on a good run right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, here comes a setup for Carson right there. He skipped that ball. Probably might come right about now.
9 serving 3 now. I think if Carson lets Kane go to double digits right now,
When
he's
did he
definitely
call the timeout in the last game? It was at 9, right?
I think if Kane gets a point right now, it's a time for Rocky to ask for a timeout.
Yeah,
Kane,
if he gets to 10, you're going to see a timeout.
Yeah,
I would have called it now.
Kane's been on fire, so.
Well, I mean, he is the #1 player in the world. So he's not really on fire. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Well, yeah, but the momentum is different from game 1, so I think it would be wise for him to take a timeout.
Good shot
go.
right there by Carson to get himself back into the service box.
3-9 now. Headpen scoreboard. Carson. What did you say yesterday, Dean, in the other match? 1 by 1.
1 at a time.
1 at a time.
Rocky's goal right now is to get 4. Get his next point. That's his goal. Now his goal changes. His goal right now is to get back into the service box.
He needs to side out.
Yeah. Someone in the box said, the Kane train has left the station.
Another overhead on the right by Carson. Carson from the back gets a setup. An unfortunate skip. Skip ball.
10 serving 3 on the headpen scoreboard.
Lob by Kane to Rocky's backhand. Oh, skip by Kane. He tried to splat that shot, looking for a flatty. Unfortunately, no. And now Rocky.
Kane shoots for bottom board. I mean, and he's effective at it. You know, let's be honest.
Rocky should take advantage of this right now. Let's see if he goes for that drive to the right. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Shoots for the forehand.
Fabio, were you inside the? Is that your mentality? If it was you playing, that's where you were going, right?
Yeah, that's where I would be going.
Second serve for Rocky Carson. Set up for Carson right here with the forehand. Kane gets his racket on it. Set up again for Carson. Kane gets his racket on. See, again, Rocky's going for down the line a little too high.
A little too high.
He's got to shoot a little lower on that. He's got to try to kill the ball. He's on offense. 10 serving 3. Kane back in the service box. Someone said hurricane. That's a good one. I like it. Nice.
There you
One
go.
good shot deserves another. Rocky Carson sends himself back into the box. So some players like to call a timeout when they serve. I've never seen any of the professional players do it unless they got a problem with their racket or something like that.
Yes, it has to be a little bit unusual, but I have not seen it. Carson now serving in the box.
Drive serve from Carson.
Oof.
Last to see. I mean, you got Kane shooting off the back
What a
wall,
return.
and you're standing in the service box. You don't know if he's going cross-court or down the line, and that ball's coming about 350 miles an hour.
What a return. 10 serving 3. Another lob. Wow, wallpaper right there.
Rocky going to shoot that? No. See, he needed to be aggressive right there. What a cross-court pass, almost from behind himself. What a shot by Kane Waselenchuk.
11 serving 3 now. Kane is now 4 points away from closing this match and winning the 34th annual Shamrock Shootout.
It's a good serve right there.
It is very good. Little wallpaper. Kane is on it. Rocky's on it.
Nice flick of the wrist right there. 12-3. Are we going to see a timeout from Carson to try to stop the train of Kane? 12 serving 3 on the headpen scoreboard.
Another lob. It's been effective for Kane. Rocky going on offense.
Good get
Kane.
right there by Kane Waselenchuk.
Overhead. Now from the back wall. Rocky setup. Oof. Kane with that touch. Rocky. Wow.
Oh, just missed it. Went for
Wow.
bottom board. Good
Wow.
rally. The crowd likes it. We like it. I'm sure you like that one as well.
You know, I thought, Kane's choice was accurate. His execution was very poor, but his choice was well. I mean, Rocky got a break right there.
So some guys in the chat box are asking, how fast do they really hit? What's the maximum speed? It's very hard. There was a couple of tests where they were trying to figure out, stuff like that, and it was very difficult for them to do. The cameras were not working as well, like the speed guns. It's difficult from a standpoint of like baseball where they can stand behind the ball. So. Wow, looked like a good serve right there. But you see, Rocky's, at least, some of his serves are coming off the wall. Some of his serves are like that. I want to see more like that, where it forces Kane to kind of move up and try to get his racket on it. See, Rocky's got to do something better with that shot. Here it is again. Set up for Carson. No.
Ooh.
Plum coming for Kane. Good
Wow.
get right there.
Rocky picked it up. Now Rocky from the back wall. Kane looking for that corner. Touch it with a flick of the wrist. Kane on offense. Now
Good
going to the back
rally
wall.
right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Rocky. Kane.
Nice
Ooh.
skip right there. Good rally for Kane Waselenchuk and Rocky Carson.
Now Rocky getting the best of that rally. Quite a workout these two gentlemen just had, running all over the court. They covered about 3/4 of the court.
Yeah, you know what? There was a lot of weird shots in that rally, and no one was hitting bottom board. So.
Second serve for Carson. Still 5 serving 12 in the headpan scoreboard. Carson Going on Z-serve. Skip by Kane, awarding Carson another point. So 6 serving 12 now in the headpen scoreboard. You know, that serve was pretty effective now. Let's see if Rocky Carson tries it again, but he looks like he's going to drive.
You got to go with the heat. I mean, because you know what? Hopefully he hits a crack, you know. He needs that ball against the wall. You want to get that ball against that glass wall right there, you know, for a mistake to happen. For Kane to swing at it, if he's got a good swing at it, he can pull it cross-court, he can pull his splat, you know. But if it's kind of wallpaper-ish, better opportunity for Carson. But there we go right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And, you know, the advantage that these players have in this particular court, Dean, you know, for the people who are watching, we have about maybe, what is it, about maybe 5 feet of white wall to the sides. So if they're getting a drive, they can see it a lot better.
Timeout on the court. We're going to take a short break right here on the IRT network.
To be a better racquetball player, Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sudsy Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis. All at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
All right, now we're back. Kane Waselenchuk in the service box versus Rocky Carson. 12 serving 6. Kane is 3 points away now from closing in and winning this match. Rocky gives
This
Kane
is a tough
setup.
one. Nice kill shot by Rocky
Carson getting the best of that. Very well executed shot. Now 7.
I didn't see who called
No,
the timeout
6.
before. Was it Kane?
6-12.
I thought so.
Short serve. Rocky looking for that heat.
Rocky Carson second serve, 6 serving 12. Good pickup there by Carson.
What an exchange.
Ooh. Nice shot right there. But you see, Kane read. He knew what shot Rocky was making. Go down the line. A lot of players against the lefty, they don't want to come down the line here because it's their forehand. But you got to think of it as if you're playing a righty. A lot of times you go down the line to the righty's forehand because, why? It's the right shot to take.
Kane anticipated that shot. However, the speed of the ball was not very well anticipated. Rocky going for that ceiling shot. Kane going on offense as usual.
Oh, Kane barely got a racket on a great little rock there. Coach Jim Winterton in the chat box too, watching his player, the King, Kane Waselenchuk, try to close out this match. Jordan Cooper Ryder from Florida. Jordan, how are you? When are you coming back to New York? 7 serving 12. Rocky Carson in the service box. Another short serve. He's only missing by about 2 or 3 inches, to be honest.
Yes, it's really not that big of a deal, but unfortunately, Scott McClellan, he is the ref, and he sees it. He calls it. Rocky cannot disagree.
750 of you in the chat box watching. Set up by Carson. Nice.
Wow.
Another really good point by Rocky Carson to keep himself in this match, looking to push this to a breaker. 8 serving 12.
You would love that, Dean, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Second serve coming from Rocky Carson. Over almost pushing 760 people watching online. Flatty right there.
That was
what
a flatty.
return by the King.
That was a
oh
flatty.
My God.
12-8 now. Kane again, 3 points away from closing this match. And winning his
Jordan, I'll
championship.
be in Florida. Will be Vera Sotomayor, Mrs. Sudsy Munchak, watching online. Setup coming from Kane. No, he has to go up top. Great ceiling ball. What
Wow.
hands by, Kane anticipates the shot you're going to take better than anyone on tour. He is in the position to kill the ball right as Rocky's swinging.
Listen, this is a game of percentages as well. I mean, it's like baseball. I've been saying it all weekend. It's a game of percentages. You adjust your game according to the hitter. Your defense goes according to your opponent's offense.
Good shot right there. So he's appealing. He called it a good shot. We got a 1 up and 1 down. That call will stand.
So Kane loses an appeal. Carson.
Eight serving 13. Rocky Carson getting ready. Drive serve coming up from Carson. Trying to go to a breakup. Good serve. Kane has to go up top. Carson shoots that one. Kane is right there and skipped it in. Oh, I thought he skipped it. I thought it hit off his racket right into the ground. You know what? When I saw Kane starting to walk to the back of the court, that was my immediate thought, but he was just going to get the ball. My bad, guys. 13 serves 8. 2 points away. Perfect down the line by Kane.
See?
We have our first match point opportunity for Kane Waselenchuk to take the title at the 34th annual Shamrock Shootout, Chicago, Illinois. Here it is, Kane Waselenchuk in the service box. High lob to Rocky's forehand. That's going to come off the side wall. Great shot by Rocky Carson. He called that a skip. We're going to see an appeal right there. Called a skip ball. He called the ball a skip. Yeah, I thought that was a good shot. You know, it's extremely hard for the referee on the second floor to see a skip. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. 8 serving 14. Carson stays on the court.
See, that's a smart way to use your appeals.
Yeah, well, and you know, that doesn't cost him an appeal. He still has one left. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the second match point opportunity for Kane Waselenchuk. Will he bring the heat? Let's see. No. High lob, match point opportunity, Kane. Rocky steps back, goes up top. Kane's going to shoot this from 39 and 3/4 feet, and Carson gets a setup off the back wall.
Wow.
And kills it cross court. Beautiful, perfect shot there by Carson to stay in this match. 1 point out of a time. That's what you're looking for from Rocky Carson.
Very well executed shot, bending his knees, looking at his opponent where he was not, and that's where he shot it. I love
Great
that
serve right there by Carson.
I love that serve from Carson.
Setup coming for Carson. Cross-court kill shot again.
There you go.
He's got Kane leaning to the forehand side, to the backhand side, and he's pushing it to the forehand. I like that opportunity.
Now 9-14.
9-14. Carson in the service box. Drive serve coming up from Carson.
Little momentum here from Rocky. He has to take advantage of it.
Another really good serve.
There we go.
Great cross-court pass once again. Rocky Carson, 10 points. 10 serves 14.
That serve has been causing a little bit of trouble to Kane all over this match. Rocky needs to exploit it a little bit more.
Drive serve from Carson in the box.
Here we go again.
Good pickup by Carson. Kane's going to get a setup off the back wall. Into the corner for a flatty. Wanted to...
Kane's giving the ref some heat.
I'm trying to listen. So I'm not sure what Kane's questioning the referee.
Well, he got the side out, but he's giving the ref some heat.
A little less conversation,
A little more
action. So this is the third match point opportunity for Kane
Timeout.
Waselenchuk. Timeout for who? I thought Kane. No, you get one timeout. Unless that timeout was from Rocky Carson. But we're going to stay right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk. I'm not sure what Kane was questioning the ref on. He was talking about contact?
Well, you know, he got the side out, so his mission was complete. However, he did let the referee have it. Something was wrong with him. He didn't like the call for some reason. I mean, it was in the part of the ball where he was on the back, on the offense, and well, it worked in his favor.
I got you. Well, we got the court kids on there right there with their rollout T-shirts on, given to them by the IRT from the Kids Clinic. Thank you so much. WearRollout.com. So Kane's third match point opportunity. Let's see what happens here on the glass court. Both players back in. Fabio, what's your thoughts here? Can Kane close it out? Is he showing a little fatigue?
No, I don't think he's showing fatigue. He's having some issues with the referee, some calls he didn't like, but you know, I think that he has no trouble closing this match. However, Carson was on fire.
Okay, third match point opportunity for Kane Waselenchuk. Now we're coming up with the drive serve. Great get right there by. Beautiful shot right there by Kane Waselenchuk. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Game, set, match. Kane Waselenchuk. Wow.
Wow, guys. What an amazing match. You know, Rocky. Rocky gave it his all. Now we're getting the post-game interviews on the court. Rocky Carson, his scores on the match were 15-10, 15-10 in favor of Kane Waselenchuk. Kane winning the Shamrock Shootout, 34th annual event here at the Glass Court Swim Fitness. It was an amazing time with you guys. Now, what's next for these guys? We have a Grand Slam in Bolivia coming up in less than 2 weeks. In Cochabamba, Bolivia. A Tier 1 in Florida, Sarasota, in April 26th. And in May 1st, we have the New York Championship at Syosset.
Wow, Fabio. What a great way to end the match, huh?
It was a great way to end it. I mean, Rocky gave a hell of a fight.
Absolutely. Wow, we're trying to get ready for some post-game interviews here. We're trying to get both players over. You know, we'll hopefully get Rocky Carson to say a couple words, after that game. I'm impressed with the ferocity of Rocky Carson showed in that match.
You know, I liked his offense coming out right out of the gate. You know, and the second match was game was rather different than the first one. The result was the same numerically. I mean, the 15-10, 15-10. But I liked his spunk, his ferocity. I think Coach Fran Davis gave a really well game plan, and you know, unfortunately they came up short. But you know, at this event again, very different the outcome than last year.
Well, last year, I mean, these two were not even in the finals, and Kane wasn't even here. Rocky was at the event, however, didn't make the finals. I think he went out to from either Horn or Perea took him out, I think. But anyway, it was a great match. I really enjoyed it. Once again, we got to thank the Dan Jasker and the whole club here, the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Center here, Lombard, Illinois, for just hosting a fantastic event. We have, what more to say? You know what we can talk about right now? What is coming up next, Fabio?
Oh, yeah, I was just telling the crowd right now about these next tournaments that we have. But, you know, the excitement right now and everybody's pumped up. We have a Grand Slam in Bolivia coming up in less than 2 weeks. The IRT will be there. The LPRT will be there as well. We're having a U.S. Open quality event in Bolivia, Cochabamba. You know, the Bolivians are very excited. We're excited as well. We've been very grateful to them because they have been just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Bolivia. I know that the people down there are. So
The people of Bolivia are ready to go for us. You know?
Yeah, they're completely ready. I mean, we've been having a lot of good comments, a lot of good feedback, and you guys, if anybody wants to join us, you know, it's a great country to visit.
I got room in my suitcase.
Well, the food I heard is fantastic.
I'm just looking forward to the club. From what I'm told, the club has 2 unbelievable stadium courts. Our broadcast is probably going to be spectacular. It's just going to be a fantastic event.
Yeah, the Country Club Cochabamba is one of the one of the main venues at the club. So that the municipal Sarco, that facility is also one of the venues. We're going to have, I think, over 20 courts available and over 500 amateur players.
Good. Why don't you scoot over and we'll let Rocky Carson come into our booth here. So as we get moved around here and ready for the number 2 player in the world, Mr. Rocky Carson, entering our booth. How are you, Rocky? How are you?
Yeah, it could be better, but you know, it's
let me tell you,
it's nice to be playing in the finals. It feels good to be playing solid ball, but you know, you don't come to these events to get anything but first place. So that's a tough one.
absolutely agree with you. So tell me a little bit about your game plan today. I mean, your serves, they were on. They were on.
Yeah, I think at times they were really on. That front wall does some funny things. I knew that if I was having trouble understanding where it was going to go, or you know, he would have a hard time jumping on it all the time, and I was just trying to give him something that wasn't easy to kill. You know, that's what Kane does so well, and then he opens up passes as well, so his angles are great. So I just need to make sure that I executed pretty well, and I felt like I did a pretty good job. But you know, there's a few shots in that second game at the beginning and at the end that I meant to hit some down lines and I missed it and caught the wall.
Well, you know, I love that drive serve to the right. You hit some cracks in the first game. It was amazing. You gave Kane a lot of trouble. Very effective. I mean, was that part of your game plan for today?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. You know, you go in there. The pressure he puts on any player is by far the most anybody's ever put on a player, and that's what he does so well. So when he has shots, he makes them, and when he doesn't have shots, sometimes he makes them. It seems like, and the percentages that he shoots, you feel like he's shooting such low percentage shots, but he's so consistent at hitting them, and so really forces you to come out of the comfort zone sometimes. And I felt like I played solid ball for the most part.
Well, Rocky, so next up for you is Bolivia. So
right, we're heading out there.
Let's give the fans a little preview about Bolivia. Are you excited about going?
Oh, of course. You know, Bolivia was the first international trip I went on for playing for the U.S. team, I think, at 19 years old. So world championships. You know, the sport out there is just, it's massive. It's second biggest sport in the country, and they're passionate about it. And I'm excited to be able to represent the IRT on that one, as well as the U.S. And I think a lot of them know me from a lot of my international play for our country as well.
So our broadcast this weekend, we've had in some of our matches had over 700 people watching live.
Right.
I mean, the numbers are really climbing. And that's, honestly, from the tour, that's because of guys like you making yourself accessible to these guys. We got some action in the chat box saying, hey, Rocky, I was rooting for you.
Yeah.
Or,
well, thanks, everybody.
There was a lot of good stuff going on and a lot of great things. Now, I know that you don't just come to a tournament just to play. You have a lot of your sponsors you got to take care of here. So let's talk a little bit about them for a second.
I got a great team behind me. Obviously, Fran Davis is always in my corner. It's neat to be able to step on the court knowing I have that backup plan or those backup eyeballs, you know, and that strategy and just the awareness out there. She knows the game better than anybody. So thanks to Fran. Hopefully she's at home enjoying her day now. Could have enjoyed it a little better, but you know, head pin, Racket World. You guys have been great to me. Rollout. Michael Aguas, the Renaissance down where I am in Aliso Viejo. Just all of them are so great, such great supports to my career.
Can we talk a couple of seconds about RYDF? I know I've been saying it all weekend, and I know we talked about it on another broadcast, but just in case there's some people out there that are in this broadcast that they don't know, can you tell everyone at home what RYDF does, not only for you but for this sport? Because they are second to none, one of the greatest nonprofit organizations that I've seen assisting racquetball players.
Yeah, it's reachingyourdreamfoundation.org if you guys want to check it out. But they're a big reason why this tour is flourishing. A lot of the players that were having trouble financially getting to a lot of the events, as well as playing professional ball, they've been a big support to getting them out there on the road each weekend and helping them be able to compete at the professional level, as well as growing the sport at the root level too.
Absolutely. I mean, what Mike Lippett and his team and what they have been doing. I know Kim is here.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. We had a booth out for people buying some T-shirts, donating. If you're at home right now, please give to rydf.org. Make a small donation. It goes a long way. It's how it's how some of the 16th, 17th, 18th seed players, it's how they're able to get here.
Yeah, and that's the future of our sport. I mean, a lot of these guys are they're going to be our top players coming up in the future, and it's neat to be able to see them develop right now.
Well, Rocky, once again, thank you from our team to you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your action inside the court. It's just great. It's so good to watch.
Oh, I appreciate it. That one wasn't avoidable, by the way. I still haven't forgot about it.
I know you're not going to forget about it. We already know that.
I hope you guys were admitting to it, too.
Well, we did talk about it. We love it when you give the ref some heat. We just love it.
Well, only if he deserves it, right?
Of course.
I have to give the ref heat no matter what, and it helps me play better. But anyway, so, Rocky, take care, and thank you so much. And we will see you at the airport in Miami.
Yeah,
We're going to do some Facebook Live, guys, from the airport of us, together as a group. It's going to be some real cool stuff. So that's next Monday night about 10 o'clock, 8, 9, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check us out on Facebook Live. We're definitely going to do something from the airport.
Yeah.
It's going to be real cool.
Yeah, we'll have a good time out there, you guys.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank
so
you.
once again, Rocky, congratulations on your second place finish here.
Thanks, Rocky.
At the 34th annual Shamrock Shootout.
And congrats to Kane. He played really well today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you.
Well, guys, that was Rocky Carson. We're going to sit around here and talk for a few more minutes, waiting for the champ, Kane Waselenchuk, to come over to the booth. We're trying to get him today. So one little quick rundown. Like I said before, not only RYDF is one of our nonprofit that we take care of, but the other is Live Like John Foundation. Their mission is dedicated to furthering organizations that made an impact in the life of Special Agent John Pelham. So if you want to give to John Pelham, they have a fantastic legacy event in Portland, Oregon, every November-ish. It's like right after Thanksgiving, I believe.
It's usually the week after Thanksgiving. It's the John Pelham Memorial?
Yeah, it's livelikejohn.us. Obviously, the tournament schedule is going to be up. We're going to have something going on in the middle of the season, middle of the summer for us. But that's another one of our organizations that we donate. That's pretty close to us also. So with that said, we're going to bring the champ into the booth here today, Kane Waselenchuk. Congratulations on a great tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Singles champion, doubles champion.
You must be tired, Kane.
I don't know what you're talking
about. So talk to us a little bit about that match today. There was a little action going on. We didn't really understand what was up with the referee. There were some questions going on. Can you fill us in on what that was?
Well, I hit this shot in the back over here, the one I reverse rolled, and my foot stuck. And when I went to rotate, it just stayed there, and my knee kind of tweaked. So I asked Scott, can I take an injury timeout? Like, can I take any time? And he said, no, there was no contact. And I said, I didn't realize that there had to be contact. And I said, so, if I dive and I bang my knee or, whatever, is that considered an injury timeout? He said, no. So, I said, well, do I have my timeout? And he says, yes. And I said, okay, well, then I'll take a timeout.
Now, so when it was 12, I think someone called the timeout. Was that Rocky then?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it was Rocky. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know. So anyway,
yeah, but regardless,
game's over.
Regardless.
So again, a great finish. We talked to you last night with Ben. This is a great tournament for you. Thank you for coming here. I know you have a lot of people at home that support you, and we want to actually give you time to talk to those guys at home. Coach Winterton was in the box watching, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I miss him being here and, at all the tournaments and stuff like that. But, obviously he's got to take care of his family. He's got to take care of himself. So, and I'm a big boy. Yeah. I can handle it.
It's a lot warmer where he is.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it is beautiful out today here.
It is.
It is beautiful.
It's a good day.
But, I mean, obviously everybody that supports me back home and all the guys that I play with and stuff like that, they probably don't realize, but they, obviously have a big part in it. You don't have to I don't have to play professionals back at home for, to get better. And so it's awesome that, those guys, play with me.
That they allow you on the court.
They allow me to play with them. No, but, I think that, like, today, the hardest part, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, but the hardest part is having a match like I had yesterday with Ben and it being such an emotional match, and then having to, go back, do what I need to do, and then, reset and come back and bring that same emotion and same intensity. And I think that a lot of people, they don't realize that it's really, really hard. And, I mean, obviously I played a lot of racquetball. I felt all right. I mean, I was a little gassed. I was a little winded.
We played more matches than you're normally used to.
Yesterday you played 3 matches, 2 singles and 1 doubles, which is unusual for you. You don't play that many in one day.
No, I mean, really the only tournament that I do that is really the U.S. Open. But I mean, when you commit to something, you just try to fight through it. And, I mean, Rocky played really well today, actually. His service return was good. He was hitting good serves. A few unforced errors at some crucial times, but he played really well.
Speaking of playing well, I mean, I don't know if you follow any of the Mexican nationals, but someone like Paola, who's very dominant in the women's game, she didn't win Mexican nationals. So just come back a little bit to the psyche of being the best player in the world and having to do that every single time. It's difficult.
Well, remember, I have everything to lose, and everybody else has nothing to lose.
Agree. We were talking about that this morning.
And so, I embrace it. I like it, right? That's the position, that's the position I've put myself in. And, I'm okay with it. In every sport that I've ever played, I always wanted to be the leader, and I always wanted to be number one. And so I embrace the position that I'm in. And, but yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of extra, as I get a little bit older, I understand that, maybe my body, is going to, kind of break down a little bit. And, obviously with age, right? I mean, I tell everybody I'm just trying to delay the inevitable, right? Because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately, in life. And, I mean, it's, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been playing racquetball for 35 years. And so even though I'm 37, my body's probably more like 45, there's a lot of wear and tear in my body, not to mention playing hockey and all that stuff. So, I just got to stay diligent with my training. And, really, it's really not about the training. It's just really about the recovery now. I find that as I'm getting older, it's just like I don't recover as quick. I still got all the tools. I still have all the weapons. It's just being able to, how fresh can I be each match when I walk in to the, into the tournament, whether it's the 16s or whether it's the finals, and I always train, for going into the finals. How fresh can I feel, right? And that's really the main thing. Everybody's breaking down. You're in the finals, everybody's body's breaking down.
We're breaking down out here.
Yeah.
But I keep telling everybody, Kane plays until the finals. He plays more than anybody. Yeah. That's the truth. I mean, and not only here, I mean, you play doubles as well, so you must be a little worn down. I mean, what's next for you? Like, go home? What do you do after a tournament like this? When you win your final, what do you usually do?
Just take a couple of days. I mean, I'll probably, obviously I'm not going to Bolivia, and it's unfortunate, but that was a family thing. If I go to Bolivia, I'm gone for 10 days, and I've only seen my daughters. If I go, I'll only see my daughters like 6 times out of the whole month, and no amount of money is to me, anyways, is worth my time with my girls. And it's unfortunate. I really wanted to go, but it's a hard decision. It wasn't a very easy decision for me. but family first. My girls come first, and so I've throughout their 10 years, 9 years, I've missed a lot of things, and so as I get a little older, it's kind of more worth it for me to be around my kids and not miss certain things, and enjoy that time because, I'll never get that time back, But, I just, we got I think that one after Bolivia is Florida.
Yeah.
So I think I got about five weeks maybe, something like that. And so, I'll probably take 4 or 5 days off and, get a massage and relax and just obviously, if I had a tournament next weekend, obviously the recovery process would have to be a lot quicker, but I can kind of take my time with recovery and let my body, recover and obviously just kind of mentally too, just decompress a little bit, because this was these tournaments like this are really taxing, not just, like I said, not just on the body, but mentally too, and so, just kind of decompress a little bit, put the rackets away a little bit and just, relax.
Gotcha. Now, I know we talked yesterday, too, but there's other people in this box as well. Can we talk about your website, your athlete page, and how people can, work with Kane, whether it's on the court or through video analysis and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I haven't started the video analysis yet, but obviously that'll come. But, KingKaneRB.com and Kane at KingKaneRB.com is my email. You can reach out to me there. You can reach out to me on the athlete page, Kane Waselenchuk on the Facebook athlete page. And, and like I said, yesterday, I've been getting great responses from it. And, there's been quite a few inquiries about, people wanting me to come to places. And so that's good. It's good for me and it's good for racquetball. I've never really put myself out there in my career like that. And, it's nice to see the response that I'm getting. And also, too, I think that it's, it's important. I think there's a misconception with me is that, I've always been really quiet and I've always been kind of reserved and private, and so, I think that, people think that I'm, kind of stuck up or whatever, and I'm really not, I'm not a bad guy. At least I don't think so,
You can't be a bad guy. You're a hockey guy. So
yeah,
hockey
right?
guys are just like good guys.
Now, if you get on the wrong side of a hockey guy,
get it.
Then
or if you're a ref. In the IRT.
Yeah.
Or if you're a ref.
But yeah, no, just not only for myself and racquetball, but I felt like putting an athlete page together and all that kind of stuff would give people an opportunity to see a different side of Kane as well too. A more personal side, and like I said, the response has been great. And so go on and like it and comment and share it or whatever you guys want to do, and send me an email if you guys are interested in exhibitions or anything like that.
Well, we saw that public love for you. Every match that you played on this, every match we set you up in this court, and I just saw people all around it, looking for you, looking at you warm, not just at the game time, looking at you warming up, looking at how you do your technique, your mechanics, because, I must say, as a racquetball player ourselves, you're an example for us. So watching you not just play again, but your mechanics, your warm-up, your techniques, where you hit the ball, where you position yourself. So we saw a lot of people, a lot of kids. We had the junior clinic today, right, Dean?
Yeah, we had a junior clinic. There was a lot of kids in the building today.
Yeah, those kids that are doing the
towels,
towels and towel timeouts and stuff. That's great. Obviously, it gets them excited and I've kind of created that stigma for myself, right? Like that, superhuman type, it's funny because I've been doing this a long time, and, it's still flattering, when I walk in the club and I'm walking to the court or something, and you hear somebody go, hey, that's Kane right there. It's flattering. It really is.
Absolutely.
And that type of stuff, I guess I'll probably miss the most more than winning or anything like that, because, it's exciting for me to have people engaged and interested in what I'm doing. To me, yes, it's my job, but, I play racquetball for a living. It's a great job, right? And so
I'm a little envious.
But, it's awesome. And it's sometimes I feel like it's one of those things like, for a long time, everybody wanted to see me lose. It just happens. It happens in every sport, right? And it's almost like a thing like if you can't beat them, join them. So now more people are, and I think as time goes by, I think probably in the last 2 or 3 years, I've seen or maybe realized that people are kind of starting to look at it as like we might not see something like this for a long time, if ever, right? And so I feel like more people are actually embracing it and, kind of don't want to see it end, but there are people that kind of want to see it.
Well, I think Christopher Nolan said it best in one of his movies. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You're right. You're right. And, I like it. Again, it's one of those things that I don't take it personal,
Of course not.
You gotta, when you're in my position anyways, you gotta have thick skin, right? Have people that love you and support you, and the people that want to see you fall. And that's just, that's sports and life in general, to be honest.
Kane, do you want to take the time to thank some of your sponsors?
Yeah. Obviously, Action Coffee. Obviously, they're great. Go visit their website. And Procanix, obviously, has supported me for years and years. I mean, better part of a decade, really. Racquetball Warehouse, obviously they support me, and I appreciate all of them. But yeah, I mean, I just appreciate all the support and all the love that they give me.
All right, so enough about racquetball. When you come to New York, you have to be there Thursday night. I need you there Tuesday. I have a game. There's a rink right up the block from the gym, so I'm going to sneak you in on my team. I need another forward.
You need a ringer.
I
need a Canadian.
All right, I'll do that, but you got to pay for my over 50-pound baggage that I got to bring my sticks in bag.
I know. Now they charge. Yeah, I know, to bring the sticks too. It's a pain.
I know. What's your in hockey? What's your position?
Center.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Me too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so you'll be the second line center.
You look more like a goalie.
Actually, I'm really excited to get home for that reason because
you said you play with a bunch of guys.
But so every year our playoffs run right now.
Really?
Right? Every year, right? And so the last 3 or 4 years, I've missed every single the first time I played in the league, we won the finals and I was here. Right. The second year we lost the finals and I was here.
That stinks when your team is celebrating and you're somewhere else.
Yeah, they're sending me pictures and I'm like, I'm sitting in the hotel restaurant like, are you kidding? Don't send me these pictures.
I get it.
Please tell me you get in fights, please.
No.
Not at this age.
No, here's the really cool part. People think like, oh, you play hockey, like isn't that a risk of getting injured? But all those guys, they all know what I do, and we all understand. I think when you play a top level in anything, right, you can put it in perspective a little bit more, right? Like nobody goes out to hurt each other. We're all, sometimes we have beer on the bench. We're not allowed to have water. It's like
the saying is, listen, we all got to go to work tomorrow. None of us are professional hockey players.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. You always get that one or two guys that think they're scouts looking in the crowd, in the stands, right? But it's enjoyable, and so. Not this week, but next week I finally get to play in a playoff game.
Nice.
So, that's kind of exciting a little bit.
I got a game Tuesday night, and I haven't played in 2 weeks. I'm dying right now. I can't wait for Tuesday night.
Yeah, ours is every Thursday, and obviously I leave for tournaments on Thursday, so I've missed a fair share. But it's always exciting. It's nice to kind of be with the boys,
I get it.
If you don't play hockey, then you might not understand it. But to walk in and just the smell, I know this is going to sound weird, the smell of the hockey equipment, the arena, all that stuff, it's just, it's just awesome. And so, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back.
Well, Kane, what a great event here for you. Thanks again for stopping by.
Of course.
We'll see you soon. Congratulations on a great performance this weekend here in Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Kane.
All right, get home safe.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, Fabio, let's wrap it up here at the Shamrock Shootout here, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks again, Jeff Peters, Cheryl Kirk, Doug Halverson, Dan Jasker, and the entire staff here at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Center here.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Yeah, I can't say that. I'm trying to get a free lunch from Danny tomorrow afternoon.
Danny Ortega just provided us with tremendous food in the venue, and this venue has been terrific for us.
So, again, from everyone here at the IRT, from my partner Fabio Soto, I'm Dean Baer, the voice of the IRT. That's a wrap for this weekend here in Chicago, Illinois. Make sure you check in Monday, March 25th, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Be on the lookout for Facebook Lives from Miami International Airport. The IRT's coming to Bolivia. We'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and goodbye.